afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome people to episode 302 of Film Bastards. My wife is waving her arms and they've gesticulated for some reason, I don't know why.
Why do you always do them in the wrong order?
What? I didn't know what.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
So?
It's just the right order of the day.
It's just how it does it.
Everything's chaotic.
But it's weird. Like Ian does it in the right order.
I don't even notice I'm doing it, so fuck you. I'm one of your co-hosts, Matt Foster, and as ever, I am joined by
Becky. Hi, everyone.
Sounding like a broken woman there. Bloody hell, Bex. Ian Loring, hello. Hi.
Hello, guys. It's been like we seem to have big gaps between recording. It's only been 9 days, I think, but it does feel like a long time. It
fucking does, and that's it's my fault. I wanted to get to John Wick on Wednesday, but it just wasn't happening. But to be fair, we'll get into it later. But the screening, the circumstances under which I saw John Wick on Friday instead, I think added to the film for me personally. So yes,
very cool.
Yes.
So we are here. We'll be talking about John Wick 3 Parabellum, a film which when I asked for 2 tickets to Parabellum, because that's just how I asked it, the girl looked at me like I literally invented a new language and just went, what? I was like, oh, John Wick 3. She went, what? I was like, John Wick? All right. because dropping the 3 off it makes it sound so much more like normal language. Yeah. Yes, that's true. We've also got Detective Pikachu, or Pokemon Detective Pikachu, as it is actually fully called.
I forgot we'd seen that.
You as well.
I forgot we were reviewing it.
Well.
It's been a while.
It's been like 4 days.
I forgot we were reviewing that. Okay, yeah.
Well, fucking gay. We will have some what we've been watching, some Twitter questions, and some trailers and some tangents, I assume. I've forgotten something, Becky. You're looking like I've forgotten something.
No.
Nope, cool, brilliant. This is a chaotic fucking start, isn't it? Ian, any news? It's been Cannes, hasn't it?
Yes.
Cannes has started.
Yeah, Cannes being Cannes, people seem a little bit, there's not much going on.
It does seem like a very quiet Cannes, doesn't it? I know The Lighthouse has received rave reviews.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood plays this coming week.
Yep.
Say Tuesday.
Actually, in terms of The Lighthouse, there is some sort of maybe news on that, which we'll get to in a second. But also as well, Rocketman played, and me and Bex talking about this earlier on. We seem to have read completely different things about it, don't we? I think we've only read things that basically say that it is a bit of a puff piece, and it's a bit unfortunate that it leaves out all the sort of gritty stuff. And Becky, you seem to have read that it is not that bit. It deals with all the gritty stuff. And by Ian's reaction, I'm guessing he's read that as well.
Yeah,
so.
No, I've basically just everybody seems to be rimming the film. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm very, very much looking forward to it.
Thanks to Fletcher, how can I not? Apart from the fact that he supervised Boho Rapso shoot, but I won't. I think it was too far along the road for him to really do anything there. I think that was just someone who has to say action kind of job.
Yeah, his reaction to a lot of the sort of the press around it when he's been asked about comparisons to Bohemian Rhapsody, he's been very sort of quick to kind of just not mention his involvement in Bohemian Rhapsody.
I saw a clip of him the other day where it was just like, does anyone want to ask a question about Rocket Man? You know, and it was like, do you know what? Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Absolutely. Really, really fucking looking forward to that. It's a busy old fucking week next week.
It is actually, isn't it? Yeah, there is quite a bit out, isn't there?
Guy Ritchie's next banger is out.
Well, but I've seen some early reviews of that, which all state, do you know what? Amazingly, this is actually a lot of fun.
What's this one?
Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
I'm all right with it at the moment.
I'm really up and down with it. Like
Guy Ritchie's keeping me interested. I'm very interested to see what Guy Ritchie does with that because because actually when I think of it, you know, I haven't watched Lock, Stock or Snatch or anything like that, but at the time of release, they were good films. They probably aged horribly now.
Yeah.
But at the time, they were good films. Not every film has to stand the test of 20 years worth of time. Some films can just be good at the time. You find that with a lot of comedy, for instance. But for instance, you know, there's a lot of like the early noughties Will Ferrell stuff. If you look back at it in another 10 years' time, it's gonna look like absolute shite. But it was fun to watch at the time. You know, Wedding Crashers is a prime example. I watched that last year, and it has not aged well. Yet at the time, it was funny. But Man from Uncle was fucking great.
Yep.
Yeah, that is good.
King Arthur is a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
And I do think in a few years' time, people will start going, do you know what? King Arthur wasn't that bad, actually. It was quite a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I literally might watch The Man from U.N.C.L.E. again this week, and that will probably be like maybe my 5th watch. And I don't re-watch films that much these days, aside from Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. But yeah, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is amazing. King Arthur is fucking ambitious, and they were trying shit with that film. Did it work? Or like all the way through? All the way through? No, but it worked a hell of a lot more than people at the time were willing to fucking admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if because if you rewatched that since cinema, King Arthur.
What, King Arthur?
Yeah.
Well, we did it for Playing It Forward, didn't we?
Oh, of course we did. Yes. Yeah. Of course we did. Yeah.
Even though I think that was the episode that got lost.
That could have been.
So no one knows what we discussed.
Yeah. I think we all still quite liked it.
Yeah, Noel liked it, I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I very much liked it on a second viewing. I liked it on the first one. So I'm looking forward to Aladdin. So the other sort of big movie news that's not actually confirmed news, it just might be.
Fucking may as well be at this point,
may
though,
as
eh?
well be, yeah. It is that Robert Pattinson is going to be Batman in Matt Reeves' Batman.
Yeah, I heard it was between him and Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
But everyone's talking about Pattinson. Like, I kind of feel sorry for Nicholas Hoult because I bet it's a fucking damning indictment of where he is at in the public consciousness that no one is talking about. Well, it could be Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, it is. I think he's thinking, do you know what? Even if I get offered this now, I might kind of swerve it a little bit.
Swerve Batman.
I think it's a great choice. I think Rob Pattinson has been doing really, really interesting work for literally since before he actually finished with the Twilight series. He's been doing interesting stuff.
Is he not a bit scrawny for Batman?
Well, people can put on weight then.
Yeah.
And actually, no, I think in High Life he looks quite bulky.
Does he?
Yeah.
Fucking him as Bruce Wayne, I think, is really interesting. Like, I could see him being kind of like playing the arsehole playboy billionaire, but I could also see him doing that. Like, as Matt Reeves has already said, this is going to be very much a detective Batman film. I mean, obviously, there's going to be action all over the place. It's probably going to be CG heavy, but I like the idea of it kind of being a procedural with Robert Pattinson. I hope it's not an origin. I hope it's like Batman, just him being Batman.
Yeah.
Even though, like, how old is Pattinson? Like, he's early 30s.
Early 30s.
So hopefully they don't have the temptation to go the Batman Begins route with it. I don't. Jesus, do we really need to see an origin of Batman again?
It'd be fucking mental, wouldn't it? To go
Yeah. But no, I'm. It's incredibly exciting casting.
It is, and I genuinely think of the past decade, one of the best supporting performances I have seen from an actor was Robert Pattinson in The Lost City of Z.
Oh, he's fucking amazing in that film.
I genuinely think he was astonishingly good in that.
To be fair, though, he's always been pretty good. Like, if you take Twilight out of the equation...
My feeling there is I can't remember the Twilight movies that great I watched them, but I watched them as a half watch kind of thing. I actually don't think they're anywhere near as bad as people would like them to be.
I rewatched the first one not long back and it's fucking dire.
You've got to take the first one out of context of the rest of them though, because it's a very different.
The first one, yeah, the first one's not great. Eclipse, I remember being all right. The David Slade one.
Yeah. But I just think that I don't think they're going to be as bad as people remember. But also as well, he's probably not as bad in it as you would think. And she's on to do really interesting work post it, and still gets tarred with but she's just the mopey one from Twilight. And she's like, yeah, the mopey one from Twilight who spent actually the past 10 years making quite interesting indie movies.
She's still pretty mopey though, isn't she?
Yeah, but that's her shtick.
I'll tell you what, her in Charlie's Angels, I'm kind of intrigued to see what the fuck she does with that.
Yeah,
like,
that's
mental.
It is an odd one, that one. I have a feeling that film could be an absolute fucking mess.
I'd be very, very worried that film is going to be rather of the times, but in your facingly so.
Yeah, literally. At some point, she's going to take her trousers off, and there's going to be a dick.
Yeah, no, I mean, just maybe. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that I hope it's fun. I hope they actually remember that film needs to be fun.
I think it has more potential to be a fucking great time than it does to be a disaster.
Elizabeth Banks is Bosley.
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks is directing, isn't she?
Directing it, yeah. I thought she was. Yeah.
It also says Jimon Hunsu and Patrick Stewart are also Bosley.
Who?
Jimon Honsu.
And Patrick Stewart.
Cool.
I don't know.
No, yeah, sorry, Bex. When she says Jimon Honsu, she means Digimon Honsune.
Well, see, I wasn't going to pander to him, but, you do you.
I just wanted to make sure that he actually understood and we weren't talking about some new up-and-comer.
Like when I thought for years that Rupert Grint was a character in Harry Potter and couldn't work out which one it was, so just never asked.
Nice.
Yeah, literally years. Which one was fucking Rupert Grint?
I think we also need to talk about the other what the fuck, yeah, all right then movie news of the week. That kind of got overshadowed.
Which one?
Chris Rock has come up with a story for and is starring in the next Saw film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I genuinely hope it is what we were discussing on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I mean, what the yeah, all right.
It's all the cast from like Grown Ups. So it's got Adam Sandler in it, and Kevin James, and David Spade. Steve Buscemi turns up. Possibly there's a decapitated head somewhere that can somehow talk. That guy with the weird eyes.
Is that not Steve Buscemi?
No, that's the guy with weirder eyes that turns up in Sandler and Rock movies.
Oh, I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Go on then. Okay. Like, wow. I mean, the guy who directed Saws 2 to 4, Darren Lynn Bousman, is directing this. I like the fact that they aren't just going, it's my vision, fuck everything that came before, I'm going to class this joint up. It's like, no, we'll get the director of 3 of the Saw films and Repo the Genetic Opera to do this. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I like, just what the fuck, and yeah, all right then.
I often forget Repo the Genetic Opera exists, and then it makes me happy when I remember it does.
It's Paul Sorvino singing that in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Wow. That's a thing.
Giles out of Buffy's in it.
That's right.
He is.
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton is in it and gets killed very early.
Sarah Brightman. Like, it's weird. It's a weird fucking film.
That was when Sarah Brightman literally decided, fuck this, I don't want to just be known as Andrew Lloyd Webber's ex-wife that has a weird face. I want to be cool. And it lasted like half a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it's just two things I never ever you would never ever would have thought would have gone together. I mean, to be fair, Robert Pattinson in Batman is that, but Chris Rock in Saw is super that.
Yeah, it is. It's very odd. It's almost like you've gone, does Chris Rock know about this? Is it some big Saturday Night Live spoof thing they're doing? Is Chris Rock going to go on and go, what? Am I? How much cocaine have I done recently?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, surely he's paid off the divorce now. Because, like, didn't he do that whole tour basically because he needed to pay for his divorce?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
his tour where he basically spent the majority of his set was him going, look, I've still got a lot of money, I just don't have as much, and you know why? Internet porn. Got addicted to it.
Nice.
And Free admits, because the Tambourine is a fantastic stand-up.
Yeah.
It is brilliant. And he freely admits, I was an asshole. Simple as that. And he's really quite honest about it, but in a funny way. But yeah, if you haven't seen Tambourine yet, it's a...
Is that a Netflix special?
Yeah. It's better than a lot of the stuff he'd done recently. It's not as good as his very early stuff, but it's certainly better than a lot of the Netflix specials you get.
Nice. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see Chris Rock's Saw next year.
Yeah.
And cool.
Fucking weird one, that one.
It is. It's just super fucking weird.
Everyone's intrigued because it's like, what?
It's just he doesn't have to do that. So there's got to be something there that he's intrigued by, you know. And he's come out with a statement saying like, "I've always liked these films," blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, cool. I mean, if you were going to be cynical, you could say he's seen some of that Jordan Peele money. Yeah. Just in terms of a comedian going to horror and actually maybe liking horror, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, so maybe I should stop being cynical like that. But it's like you look at Chris Rock's filmography, and that's not really ever been a part of it. No. I mean, shit, man. I mean, didn't he direct Top 5?
He did direct Top 5, yeah.
You know, I mean, that film is a fascinating fucking semi-autobiographical look at his life. And yeah, what the fuck?
It's weird. He's done a lot more stuff than you'd think he would have done.
Yeah.
Right. Trailers. What have we watched? Has there been much? There's been some. I'm sure there has.
I'm sure there have as well, but I can't think.
What has there been?
That trailer for Anna in the cinema.
Oh yeah, it was the trailer for Anna in the cinema, the new Luc Besson movie. I thought he was cancelled.
Yeah, did he direct that? Because I thought he was cancelled.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he directed it. Can you check see if he directed it? Has everyone just forgotten he's cancelled because he always came across as a wee bit creepy anyway?
There's too many people called Anna. Bear with me.
Then check Luc Besson.
I am doing.
I mean, it's just if he did direct it, kind of surprised Helen Mirren's not been getting shit from people about it.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, directed by Luc Besson.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
I literally think people have just forgotten he's cancelled.
Why is he cancelled again? Wronging.
Touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But
I mean, shit, man, it's a cast.
It is a cast, yeah. It looks... I think it was great.
I mean, I'd watch anything with Cillian Murphy, Luke Evans, and Helen Mirren in it, for fuck's sake. You know, like... And Sasha Luss, right, what the fuck's she been in then?
Let's have a look. What has she been in?
Oh, right, okay, yeah, all right. She was the fucking... that alien at, like, the start section of Valerian. And she's obviously a model given some of the other stuff that she's been in. Yeah, all right.
On Wikipedia, it details in personal life. In her free time, she tries to visit as many exhibitions and read as many books as she can.
fuck's sake.
That's literally it. There is nothing else written there.
National record of achievement that they used to make you do at school.
That is the shittest line in anyone's CV.
To be fair, ex-ballet dancer, and then became a model.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, that's not surprising. I don't know, it looks all right, though, doesn't it? Like, if it fucking holds a shot and lets you actually see everything unbroken and whatnot, then, yeah, why not? I'll give that 90 minutes.
Yeah. I enjoyed the shit out of Lucy.
We had a great time watching that, didn't we?
We did indeed, yeah. Went in with zero expectations, but what shook the hand and went, that was really good.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Lucy. It's good, turn your brain off action ridiculousness. It is perfect Euro trash.
We watched that. We watched it in the fake IMAX screen in Leicester Square, and like that thing was big, and kind of just it kicked some ass.
Yeah, had a lot of fun with that. What else have we got trailer wise? Midsummer.
Yeah.
The new Ari Aster movie.
Yeah, it looks a bit weird, doesn't it?
I'm kind of for it.
It looks a bit Wicker Man.
It does. I'm kind of for it after he pissed off so many people with Hereditary.
I am less for it knowing that it's him.
I am more for it, even though I still maintain I didn't get on that well with Hereditary, but the end 10 minutes are great of Hereditary. Just in the fact...
You still think it's a comedy?
It is a comedy. It is one of the best black comedies of last year, without question. So
you're a strange boy.
It was funny. That movie
There's
was
no...
funny.
I just don't think that last 10 minutes was supposed to be funny, dude. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I am fine with not arguing with people on that, but I genuinely do think it was funny. And if it was intentional, brilliant. If it wasn't, it still made me laugh.
He's going for creepy, and by that time I was just like, oh, fuck off.
It's so shit.
Like I think the early doors that film is doing some interesting things, and I think the time from spoiler alert for Hereditary, when the girl is killed to when she's discovered, and that fucking shot of that entire section, like where he just like doesn't say anything, he just goes home, goes to bed, gets up, that shit was great, and it's really, really tense filmmaking, and that film just gets more and more fucking bobbins as it goes on. Not shit, bobbins as it goes on. And then that last 5-10 minutes or so, anyone who comes out of that film saying that film was really fucking scary, blah, 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 after that last 5-10 minutes has not watched enough horror films.
Yes, yeah. It's a horror movie for people who don't watch horror movies.
Like, nah.
It's the whole part of it. It very much falls into the new thing of it's prestige horror. Like, no, it's just not grimy shite like horror fans watch.
I'd like to watch it again, because the more I think of it,
Prime,
the
I
more
believe.
crap.
Yeah, it is.
The more crap I feel like it is, and the more angry it makes me. So I'd kind of like to watch it again to just see if I'm wrong.
A couple of other things that are on Prime at the moment as well. Yardy has arrived on Prime.
Oh, has it?
Oh, the Idris Elba one?
Yeah. And Cold War.
Yes. Yep, you can finally fucking watch that masterpiece.
Yeah, get on that shit. Yeah. But yeah, Prime quietly is getting a load of really good stuff on it that it isn't actually kind of making a show of, really, in advertising.
Yeah.
Prime's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it should literally have, like Netflix has on its thing, of new releases, not recently added, and you scroll 50 films down it and go, that was nominated for Academy Awards like 3 months ago. Why is it 3 along from the Fireman Sam movies that have just been added?
Yeah.
It literally is a little bit like the one thing that no one ever says about Amazon, apart from like all their fucking tax things, blah, blah, blah. The one thing that nobody ever criticised Amazon for is it's a really horrible website to look at and to operate around. It's not a user-friendly website.
What, the app?
Yeah, no, the entire fucking website still looks basically like it did in fucking 2002.
Yeah, it's crap.
The problem is they've kind of transferred that across a little bit to the Prime app. It's like gone, algorithms, bang. And it's like, no, just put stuff where people can fucking find it easier.
Yeah. You should have to hunt for an hour to find something.
Yeah.
Midsummer. It's called Midsummer, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I will watch pretty much anything that Florence Pugh and Will Poulter are in. I really like them, so I'm up for it. And the idea of a horror film that kind of looks like it's mainly set in like fucking daylight.
Yes.
That's cool. I'm up for seeing what that is.
Yeah.
But I was very, very not taken with Hereditary, so I'm going. The good thing is, though, I'm going into it not thinking this is going to be the best thing since sliced bread. So maybe I'll get something out of it that I didn't get from Hereditary.
They hyped Hereditary too much, didn't they? They spoiled it.
It was too hyped, yeah. The new Maleficent trailer came out, and we didn't watch it because we didn't care.
No, I'm not fucking watching that.
Apparently, from what I understand from reading something about it, she's evil again now.
Yeah, seems like it.
So
Who the fuck? Who?
She was evil, and then in fact turned out she was misunderstood, and then we have a sequel, 7 years later, that no one's asked for, and they've gone, oh, she's evil again now. But what?
No one wants this.
Yeah,
no one.
It does seem a little bit like Angelina Jolie went into Disney's offices and went, I'm going through quite an expensive divorce at the moment. I'd like to make this sequel I was promised now. And they've gone, no.
No. Do you know,
that?
I think she went into the office going, really? Are you fucking serious? Really?
I think she wants this. She wants it hard.
I don't know, man. Like, she
so dirty.
That was bizarre, yes. It kind of feels like she's got other things on her mind instead of starring in the sequel to Maleficent. And, I mean, no one's watching the things that she has on her mind, but
I think that's what it is. I think she thinks, if I have this and it makes $1 billion, I can make this movie I want to make. And it's like, right, the reason why nobody's watching those movies that you want to make is because nobody wants to watch the movies you want to make.
Disney, I mean, for God's sake, I mean, it's Disney, for fuck's sake, but occasionally they do this, and it's a bit hubristic, but it's like, did they not learn from Alice Through the Looking Glass? I mean, I liked Alice Through the Looking Glass a damn sight more than Alice in Wonderland, but fuck all people saw that film in comparison, and I think this will be the same.
The thing about Disney is they can end up sometimes going for too many. You can't release 10 movies in a year and expect all 10 to make that much money. Yeah, that's it.
Who the fuck is who's it? Who's the audience on this?
That's the worry. That's the weird thing. I don't really know.
She's not bankable anymore because she's just not likable. She doesn't present as a likable person.
She hasn't been in anything.
No, she isn't known really that well anymore. She's known.
She just seems like such a miserable bitch as well, doesn't she?
I mean, like, because she's going to be in the new Marvel film, The Eternals, and it kind of feels like maybe they should be releasing that. Release that fucking thing first, push this back, and then release this after that, maybe.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. It does.
Yeah, but there's too many people that'll be watching The Eternals going, who the fuck is that? Maybe that's why they're doing it. Remind everyone who Angelina Jolie is.
God. That's a fucking hell of a loss leader, that is, though, eh?
Yeah.
What else we got? Judy.
Fucking hell.
The Judy Garland film.
I didn't see this. Nah.
Don't watch it. You'll have to burn your own eyes afterwards. It looks horrific. You're like, oh yeah, I'll watch that.
I'll happily watch that, yeah.
Renee Zellweger fucking gurning for the camera.
I don't know why you so angry about it.
Scenery chewing on a fucking epic scale.
It's a Judy Garland movie. If there isn't scenery chewing, then there's something very wrong.
Oh, it looks awful. Just awful.
I'm alright with it.
Awful. I don't think I would go and see that movie even if someone threatened to kill someone I loved.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Honestly, it looks horrible.
So guys, expect a review of that from just me then.
You can watch that on your own, yeah.
It sounds like I will be, yeah. I can't think of anything else we've watched for trailers.
Fucking awful.
Nope, can't think of anything else trailer.
I got one.
What? Go
Always Be My Maybe. New
what's that?
So new Netflix film where it's basically this woman who is I think she's like a successful chat show host or something like that, breaks up with her long-term partner, moves home. There's a guy played by Randall Park who was Kim Jong-un in The Interview.
He does a lot of those things.
He does a lot of those films, but I like Randall Park. He's kind of a likable dude. And like they were friends and they had sex like when they were like teenagers, and now she's back and he wants to get back with her, but then she starts going out with Keanu Reeves, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll watch that."
Yeah, you had me at Keanu.
Like literally, he turns up in the trailer at the end, and I was like, "Nah, whatever." And then it's like, I've got a new boyfriend. And then it cuts to Keanu Reeves fucking entering, just like Keanu Reeves playing a fucking sexy idiot. And it's like, yeah, all right then, let's fucking have it. All over it.
Yeah, about that. Keanu Reeves literally will get me to watch. He's one of the few actors out there who will get me to watch literally anything.
I'm so glad he's back. Like, Keanu Reeves is back, and it's so fucking good to have him.
It does seem like he's just doing things that he wants to do. He's very much in that position where he's like, do you know what? I never have to make anything that I'm a little bit on. I'm just going to make movies for my mate. And the weird thing is, John Wick is a movie for his mate.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, that's mental.
And we'll talk about it, but he's always been reticent to do sequels and stuff like that. But he does the Wick films because he wants to do the fucking Wick films.
And as basically
Head coming up as well.
Yeah, as basically said that he'll do the Wick films until people get bored of the character, or people get bored of writing the character.
Who is ever going to get bored of? Let's be honest, a fairly hot guy kicking ass trying to get revenge on the people that killed his dog. It's just not going to happen, is it?
We'll come to that there.
He's not just fairly hot.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. That guy's 54.
It's mental, isn't it?
Makes
you feel like shit.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Makes you look at yourself and go, oh, I'm a failure.
Oh.
He's right.
I'm right, though.
Yeah, he looks good in John Wick 3.
We'll get to that.
All right.
What?
Fuck up.
Yeah.
Hurry up then.
You host.
I don't wanna.
Good.
I mean, we're pretty much there now, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. We're at our first review. So, Detective Pikachu is... He's based on the Detective Pikachu. What? Are we going to do John Wick or do we do...
No, you can do Detective
Pikachu.
Okay, do Detective Pikachu.
So, Pikachu? Oh, jeez. Hey, little guy. How did you get in here?
I know you can't understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
Did you just talk?
Whoa. Did you just understand me? Wait. That is heavy eye contact right there. You heard me.
No.
Yes, you did.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
You can understand me.
Stop. I've been so lonely.
Directed by Rob Letterman and written by Dan Hernandez.
Who gives a fuck?
Fair enough.
Like,
all right, it stars Ryan Reynolds' voice and Justice Smith. Suki Waterhouse is there as well. And Ken Watanabe and Bill Nighy.
Bill what?
Nighy.
It's just Nighy, isn't it?
Nighy.
That's no Digimon Honsune, to be fair, Bex. I think maybe let's be picking our battles.
Fair play.
Fuck, I've got to try and explain fucking Pokemon, haven't I? I mean, literally, what I was saying before you get the movie is I turned out to Becky at one point and said, Why does that thing keep saying its own name over and over again? I bet that's look at me and go, what? It keeps just saying its own name.
This was Psyduck.
It's just like, that's all they can say. I was like, the other guy is talking more.
Lottie! Lottie! Lots! No, I was going to ask her to explain Pokemon, but never mind, Mark, you're up.
Yeah, good luck.
So, it is a world, a universe where Pokemons exist, and Bill Nye plays a wealthy billionaire, essentially, who's made a city called, what's it called? Rhyme City, that's the one. Where Pokemon and people coexist rather than people having Pokemon as their battle pets is the best thing I can assume to what is it from there. Justice Smith plays Tim
Goodman.
Yep. Who is he's a kid who wanted to be a Pokemon trainer. He now works in insurance, and his father is killed in a traffic accident, which isn't really a traffic accident. He's shot by something. It's a Pokemon. And he goes to Rhyme City to essentially sort out his affairs, and what have you. He finds a Pikachu who can talk to him, and this is wild. And that Pikachu is voiced by Ryan Reynolds, and is addicted to coffee and has amnesia.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Ian, what did you think of Detective Pikachu?
I thought it was fun. I mean, pretty forgettable, but it looks really nice. There's some decent jokes in it. I think it just about gets away with it in terms of length. And I enjoyed how batshit the third act gets. Like, that film gets pretty fucking wild. Like, just with the whole merging people and Pokemon stuff. And then the ending, which would have been obvious had it not been for the fact that Ryan Reynolds and Justice Smith are probably not that much different in terms of age. Like, yes, there is a difference. I don't quite think there's that much difference.
Let's have a little check of that.
I mean, like, they grey up Ryan Reynolds' beard in the end, even though it did make it, you know, and it does make me laugh that people were talking about, oh, they should be getting Danny DeVito to voice Detective Pikachu before this came out. It's like, that would have been an end scene.
There's 19 years between them.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Justice Smith is 23 and Ryan Reynolds is 42. So,
do you know what? All right. Fine. I thought, you know, they very, very obviously hide the dad's face throughout the entire thing.
Which is making you think, oh, who plays the dad? And I hadn't worked it out at all, and you had, haven't you, Ben?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be. I thought it was a sequel setup. I thought it was going to be like a reveal at the end, and it was going to be like a famous actor playing his dad.
I thought it was going to be Hugh Jackman.
That would have been pretty funny.
I thought it was going to be Hugh Jackman.
That would have been pretty good.
That would have been funny.
And I mean, I will say as well, I like that this is a film which tells its own story, and by the end, the story is told. I mean, to be fair, I also like that John Wick 3 ends in a way where we need a fucking sequel, so I'm a hypocrite. But I like that this isn't presuming, you know, John Wick 3.
I can back you up on that. Yeah. Because John Wick 3 is the third movie in a series of movies, and this Pokemon Detective Pikachu could quite easily have been a franchise starter, and it's not. It's a film.
No, I mean that's it. I mean, this could have been the start of the Pokemon cinema. Well, I mean, it may well be the start of the Pokemon cinematic universe.
I kind of love that. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
I kind of love that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I would watch more of these. I think its heart is in the right place. It's an interesting world. It's obviously for kids, but it has enough to keep adults going as well, and not in just like there was a dirty joke. you know, it's not that. It's like it looks really nice and it's quite involving. I mean, shit, man, it's not film of the year, but I mean, Detective Pikachu is good. Wow.
Bex.
Yeah, pretty much the same, to be perfectly honest. I really, really enjoyed it. I will watch it again when it comes out on Sky. It's really good fun. It's sweet. It's like its heart's in the right place. It's, you know, it's just a nice movie, but it's funny enough as well. And the critters are cute. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
And Mr. Mime is fucking hilarious.
The Mr. Mime interrogation.
The bit at the end of the interrogation where he obviously forgets that he's
the match.
that it's real to him, and he just like does with his hand, and Mr. Mime panics in the background. Is fucking awesome.
Okay. I had a fucking great time with this. I love the fact that that about 10-15 minutes into it, I was like, oh, this is very much a kids movie. I like that. I like the fact that this isn't a movie for all the Pokemon fans to enjoy, even though they probably will. But it's not a film for them that the kids might get a little bit out of because look at that running around. It's very much for Pokemon fans, and that's pretty fucking cool. They get a Pokemon Go thing into it very early on. With these, got to go out and find that weird thing that's crying.
The Cubone.
Yeah.
It's a Cubone, Mark.
Cubone, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, I enjoyed the fact that there's loads of... Are they called Snorlaxes as well, Ian? The big fat things that are just asleep.
They're just asleep, yeah.
I enjoed them.
Yeah, I had no idea what any of these things were. It does seem a little bit like they're like Fat Sonics. It does seem a little bit like they've just let Reynolds just run wild a little bit with his character, which is always funny. There was a moment, wasn't there, Bex, where you have those moments in cinemas. It happens in comedy films or films that have a little bit of comedy in it, where a joke lands with you, and then you very quickly realise it's landed with nobody else.
Yeah.
But it has landed on you hard. I had that to the point of where I think, didn't you actually say to me, you're going to have to stop laughing now?
Yes, I believe I did, yeah. I can't remember what joke it was.
It was a joke. I can remember which bit it was. Absolutely. It was a bit where they're talking about, they're in her car and they're talking about going to see a doctor and that she's a psychotherapist, and Pikachu says, oh, great, maybe she can do a study into the effects of strapping somebody into a child seat for 4 hours next to a bomb.
Yeah.
And it fucking killed me. I literally could not stop laughing for a good, what is it? And then every time I managed to catch myself and maintain an element of, right, I'm okay now, it was like Ryan Reynolds' voice was just in the back of my head and it just went, pop. And that was it. I was gone again. I had a great time with this.
Yeah.
The mime bit was absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, the mime being a dick. That mime was a dick.
I like that. Lottie was like genuinely freaked out by a couple of bits as well. I like that, Rob Letterman, he directed the Goosebumps film, and it's kind of got that nature to it as well. But like the sequence that are like towards the start where the Apoms, the little monkeys. By the way, the only reason why I know all their fucking names is because Lottie literally plays Pokemon Go on Donna's phone and my phone often at the same time. Like it's fucking mental.
Fucking barreling it.
Yeah, no, like seriously, she'll just take both of our phones and then just play Pokemon Go. And the thing is, the Boys and Girls Club across the road from ours is a Poker Stop. So and like it's within like reach. So basically every 5 minutes or so you can fucking like swirl it and it gives you more shit for being at the poker stop. So just all the fucking time she's on it. Like and to fair play, I mean like I there are elements to it I quite enjoy as well, but that's the reason why I know the fucking names of them. But yeah, the APOMs when they get that R stuff and then they go all fucking freaky. Like she was hiding. And the bit where they go into that lab at first and they're kind of looking around and it's like, what the fuck's happening? Like, she got freaked out by that as well. I like the fact.
It's quite freaky, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it earns its PG rating. And I mean, to be fair, she's only 5. And I think if she was a couple years older, she probably would have been fine with it. But I like that it is a kid's film, but it's not saying, right, this is for the handholders. This isn't necessarily for 3-year-olds. It's not the Pokemon anime movie. Like we saw a movie of the Pokemon anime a few months back, and it kind of like had a special release, and that is for fucking that. I mean, that is for kids. That is defiantly for kids with nothing for adults. And I just put my AirPod in and fucking hoped for death. Whereas Detective Pikachu, it's not that. It's a fun family film which has elements for kids, it has elements for adults, and it's not afraid to be what it is, and it looks fucking great.
It does look fantastic, yeah. It's a really well done world, and it maybe is a touch too long. Mm-hmm. I would maybe say that the Catherine Newton character is a little too zany at points.
I swear.
Yeah.
She literally, like, the night before they started shooting, watched the Hudsucker Proxy. It was like, right, yeah, that.
Yeah. Yes, that is very much on. Yeah. But yeah, I had a great time with it. I am definitely not shit. And if they did manage to do a sequel somehow, I'm not sure how they do it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, that, because Pikachu is by far the most marketable Pokemon. So you would have to do another Pikachu story, I think. But the thing is, like, Tim Goodman is not the main character in the Pokemon anime. In the anime, it's Ash Ketchum, as in, like, catch them all. It's a terrible name.
That's Lucasian, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. And I've got a feeling they'll probably go more in that direction now that they've been able to do this. But I think the Ryan Reynolds Pikachu voice will be missed, and I don't quite know how they make up for that.
Yeah, that is a large part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm definitely not shit.
Yeah, definitely not shit.
Yep, same.
And our audience poll came in definitely not shit, 82%, touching cloth 0%, and shit 18%.
Fair play.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Right, I'm gonna get a beer. I'll be back.
Okay. Do John Wick next, or do I want to do what I've been watching? What are you thinking?
It's up to you. You're hosting.
No, I'm asking your opinion while Ian's gone, so I can surprise him.
You are?
I'm asking your opinion while Ian's gone, so I can surprise him when he gets back.
Should we do what we've been watching and save John Wick?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
It'll freak Ian out when he comes back and go, right, Ian, what have you been watching? He's like, oh, fucking hell. Oh, did that before John Wick? Yeah. He might still have his AirPods in, so he might still be at Heroes now.
Maybe.
And he's thinking, you fucking swats.
Could be. Could be.
I can fucking hear every word you were saying, knobheads. Have you got all what you've been watching up there, my sweet?
No.
Well, you'd better get a rocking, because we're going to do it soon.
What have I been watching?
Well,
a lot of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, nerd. Tits
Not
nerd.
nerd. I want to get on the other fucking side of it now.
Are you watching it just to have watched it?
It's just a war of attrition now.
A war of attrition, not even enjoying it.
It's got
You know,
me
you
there.
can stop.
Eh?
You can stop. You don't have to watch it. It's not a legal requirement.
No, I need to.
Why?
I need to finish it.
Why? So you can be part of the conversation.
No,
like
it's not
a month after the conversation's ended.
Hey?
So, what about that last episode of Game of Thrones then?
In 3 weeks' time.
It's July.
No, because I'm on season 7 now, and season 7's actually not bad. Seasons 5 and 6 were a slog.
Are they?
Yeah.
Cool. Got anything with the part, by the way?
Sorry?
If you have to do anything with the part, by the way, or is it all just sitting?
Not for another 1 hour and 52 minutes.
1 hour and 52. What do you do then?
17, 16, 15.
Really shows how it works. What are you doing then?
Taking the foil off.
Yeah.
And putting it back in for another 50
Cool.
minutes.
This is quality content, this people. This is what you get before the podcast starts if you're a Patreon.
What, we're talking about cooking pork.
Right, let's talking about life, real life things, real life issues, not fucking Pokemons and wikis. So give back.
There's a lot of rustling.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Hello.
Hello,
Cool.
Ian.
Hi.
What have you been watching?
Oh, fucking. Well, I watched the first 2 John Wick films, so I'll talk about them.
Go.
Right. Pardon me, sorry. The first John Wick, I really, really like. For me, it's not a patch on the second 2, but I do really like it. It's I kind of think it's a film of its time and of its budget as well. Like the look of it, it's a very dour film.
Mm.
Like it's like they shot it and then in the the digital grading, they just went for like the mopey preset.
His wife and dog had just died, Ian.
Yeah, no, I know, but it is. I think it's a kind of a bland looking film. For all the action that's in it, it just there's very, very little in the and just the fact that literally in the first sequence and the second one you've got more color than there was in the entirety of the first one.
Yeah, you can tell that they've had more time and more budget by the second one.
And I mean, in the end of the day, I mean, like, it was a film that they basically like made completely off their own backs, and then kind of like it was a negative pickup, which basically means that like the distribution got sold after it was made. So nobody wanted to make it because Keanu Reeves hadn't had a hit in ages, and it was like he's past his prime and whatnot, and then they used that to the film's advantage, quite frankly. But also the music as well. Like, did you guys watch this in the run up?
We didn't. We've watched it fairly recently.
Okay, like you got that like fucking that one song that plays, I swear, like a few times through it, and it kind of it does kind of feel like it's only got the one mode there, but the action is really, really good. And I mean, Keanu, he's a man of few words, but the whole like people have been asking me if I'm back. Well, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. I mean, that scene is fucking amazing. Just the look in his eyes there, it's something. But then chapter 2 is just this fucking grandiose, mythology expanding, violent kind of. Sorry, go on.
It takes it up such another level. Number 2, you go. The first one's really good action, a really great action film. A great martial arts film, I go as far as to say.
Yeah.
And it's like somebody's taken one of those schlocky 90s martial arts movies and just added a ton of fucking class and style to it.
Yeah.
And then John Wick Chapter 2, just like you say, it has this noir element to it where it creates such a rich world for itself. You're like, oh, holy shit, you have taken it up a lot of notches here.
Yeah, no, I mean, just like the taking it to Italy thing, and just like the venue there is stunning, and that conversation that he has with the assassination target, I can't remember her name, which is annoying, and then just the way that plays out is brilliant. The bad guy who is just the fucking biggest dickhead. Like, he's such a dickhead. And just the way that plays out at the end in the Continental, where it was a shorter sequence than I remembered it being, where he's just eating dinner, and then Keanu Reeves kind of sits down and he's like, John, I could stay, they've got so many things on this menu here, John, I could stay here a long time. And then Keanu Reeves just fucking shoots him. Mm-hmm. Like, I like the way that guy poses no physical threat to him at any point in this film. I like that they don't do that, and instead it's against Common, it's against Ruby Rose, it's against the myriad stunt people. But you've also got Peter Stormare at the start of it, just fucking hamming it up for all it's worth for 5 minutes as well. I mean, it's great.
And then it also introduces, you got the Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, the Bowery King. Will someone please get this man a gun? Like, it just fucking hell. Yeah.
That man gets it.
Yeah, I mean, Lawrence Fishburne, he's having so much fun in both of these of the films. And just that ending in chapter 2 as well, like the fucking escalation of it all, and the fact that it is just him kind of like walking and then jogging and then running. It's so fucking good. So yeah, the John Wick films are a joy. And so I've been like watching some kind of interviews and stuff with Keanu Reeves and listening to some interviews in the run up to and after John Wick 3. And he was talking about like how if there was one film he wished he could have done a sequel for, it would be Constantine. Mm. And it was like, I need to rewatch Constantine. So I rewatched Constantine. It's really good. I think the plot is maybe needlessly complex. Like, there's quite a lot going on about who exactly is doing what and who's helping who and what's that Spear of Destiny thing all about, and why is there a sister and why did that one jump off the roof, and but the world building is amazing. I think Francis Lawrence, between this and I Am Legend, made two really solid action horrors in the noughties, and we don't get enough action horrors. Because if you're going to make an action horror film, you have to have a budget, and like if it goes wrong, it could probably go wrong quite badly in terms of making money back. But I think because I watched I Am Legend like fairly recently, and that film, I mean, like I as I think I said on the show, that film is pretty much a 5-star banger until other people show up. Whereas Constantine, I think it's really solid throughout. Like the amount of just mythology and world building they get into like an hour and 55 minutes is really impressive. Tilda Swinton is doing some interesting work in that film. Peter Stormare as well, fucking doing a lovely and Peter Stormare hammy turn towards the end. And I mean, hammy is Peter Stormare, and that's what he's there for, and that's great. And it's all knowing. I mean, shit. I mean, Digimon Honsune is in it, for fuck's sake, and that man is fun. Shia LaBeouf's good in it. Rachel Weisz has got good chemistry with Keanu Reeves. It all works. And Keanu Reeves himself, I like the fact that he's this, like, you do believe that he is kind of like a haggard and tired guy, despite the fact that he's Keanu Reeves. He plays that really well in Constantine. So yeah, I'm not surprised he would have liked to have done a sequel. I would have liked to have seen a sequel.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good world again within that as well. It's a really great looking. It looks like the world it's supposed to be in that movie.
Yeah.
Totally. And last thing for me, I watched the original Disney Aladdin. Watched it yesterday. And that film's really fun. I think it almost is all about Robin Williams' genie performance. I mean, like he does steal the film, but I think Aladdin as well, like his kind of character arc is well done. I'm looking forward to seeing whether they give that some more room to breathe in the new one. They don't apparently. Apparently, it's more about her and the genie. Okay, I was about to say I would love to see Jasmine not go from I am a defiant woman who, and I will pick who I'm going to marry to. Oh wait,
stress.
yeah, and I love the living shit out of you, and yes, I'm going to marry you. I would like to see more. I would like to see more of a transition if it is going to end like that, or maybe don't quite end on we're going to get married and end happily ever after. So the fact you say there that apparently it is more focused on her, that's fucking interesting.
Yeah, I read a review from, not a review, a little quick tweet summary of what is it, a female film critic at Cannes who said wasn't expecting that film to have a central character that could be a feminist icon.
Wait, fine, great, okay, cool. So, but yeah, the original Aladdin, it's a good time. It was in that kind of like renaissance of Disney in the early 90s where you had like, well, Little Mermaid I think was 89 or maybe 90, but you had Aladdin, you had The Lion King obviously, and it just kind of seemed like Disney were back, and this was
92 or 93.
What, Aladdin?
Yeah, 93 wasn't it?
I want to say 93.
I think it was like 93. I remember watching that 3 times at the cinema.
My dad bought me a fucking pirate copy of it, honestly thinking that it was a legit copy. And it looked like shit.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The pirate copies often come around of those movies.
Oh, God, it looked horrible. But yeah, no, it was a good time. Like, Lottie was completely disengaged, and I've basically already said, right, I'm going to go and see the new one without you, and then I'll go see it with you if you want to see it. Because I've got a feeling she's going to be bored as shit during.
If she's bored during the Disney cartoon, the animated version of it, rather than she's going to be bored shitless in a live action, I would reckon.
Yeah, she's got Secret Life of Pets 2 next week. That's her fucking. That's her next obsession is Secret Life of Pets 2. So she doesn't need to see Aladdin. I can go see Aladdin.
Sounds fine, doesn't it? Bex, what have we been watching? You've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones, haven't you?
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about that shit.
No.
You looking forward to the last episode, Becky? No one else is, apparently.
No, I'm not caught up yet either, so...
Oh, shit, all right.
Yeah.
You're still in... Where are you?
Season 7.
Season 7.
How many seasons of Game of Thrones have there been?
8.
Oh, okay, all right, you're not that far off.
About halfway through season.
So what else are we watching?
We watched Better Off Dead.
Oh, yeah, watched Better Off Dead.
Nice.
It's a great movie, it's Better Off Dead.
Yeah, it is really good, actually.
Had you watched it before, Bex?
No.
I literally said to Becky, do you fancy watching Better Off Dead? And her response was, what's that? I was like, it's got John Cusack and skiing in it. And so you just kind of shook your head and went, fine.
Well, see, I like John Cusack, but I don't understand your ski movie obsession.
I love a ski movie.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm surprised you've never shown me this before, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised I've never shown this before. Yeah, it is. I like it's kind of zany, all over their nature.
Yeah.
Again, it's a film where I kind of think that more people should see it, but then I know that if more people saw it, they'd start picking it apart for little bits.
Yeah.
Of it. But the two Chinese characters there, that one of them can't speak any English and the other one learned it off ESPN.
Yeah.
To go and talk like he's a commentator is very amusing.
It is. The crazy newspaper boy.
The crazy newspaper boy. Yeah.
Chasing him all around town for his $2.
It's good. Yeah, it's a lot more zany than a lot of the movies that came out on this. You know, it's not a average sort of teen comedy.
No, there's some weirdness going on.
Yeah, and you've got John Cusack in that period where he was incredibly charismatic.
Still is. What are you on about?
Well, he still is, but at this point he hadn't quite become miserable Cusack. He was still. He seems smart and effervescent and cool.
Yeah.
John Cusack.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Who's Beth that's in it? What's she been in?
Beth. Amanda Weiss.
Yeah.
She's been in quite a bit. Nightmare on Elm Street, she was in.
I thought it was her. She's the friend that gets killed at the start.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed it, actually. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. What else have we watched?
We rewatched Age of Ultron.
We did rewatch Age of Ultron, yeah, which myself and Noel talk about in our Endgame episode, which patrons will be able to get next week, because I haven't had a chance to edit it yet, because I'm busy with work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You've also got, as well, we've got an episode, haven't we, of A Pint, where it's split over a couple of days,
Yeah.
where we talk about a few different things, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of feeling.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Age of Ultron, but better on rewatch.
Yeah, well, it's better on rewatch, actually, yeah. I've always had a bit of a shitty time with Age of Ultron. I think it's a film that has aged very well with the other films.
Yeah.
So going back and watching it now, having had everything else that's happened after it, kind of makes a lot more sense. It does seem a little bit like the Whedon bits in it are the weakest points.
Right.
Whereas the more MCU bits in it are the bits that lift it.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed it on rewatch. I didn't particularly like it.
No, I was of the opinion that it was actually one of the few Marvel films that was a genuinely bad movie.
One thing that is weird though is they kind of put Vision across as being like essentially like all powerful.
Yeah.
And he's not in the later
Kind of
movies.
seems to forget that he's that powerful.
Yeah.
It is fascinating how little they did with Vision after. Because now it kind of seems like, apart from the TV series he's got with Scarlet Witch, that they're done with him.
Yeah, which is also weird because isn't he dead still?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's shit, man. It's like Loki. Fucking, like, they're doing a Loki series, but he's gone, isn't he? Black Widow, she's fucking dead. They're doing a prequel.
Is it even a prequel, though? They still can't seem to make their mind up with that one, can they?
I read some earlier that said it was a prequel.
But nothing's been confirmed about it with a prequel, though. And it's actually...
To be fair, I think that's maybe just because there's a little bit of Endgame spoiler phobia still, slightly.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. I know.
Like, I read some.
The Russos basically have said that, oh no, everyone can spoil it now. We've lifted the spoiler ban. You didn't have that fucking choice, not.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, because you're right. I mean, like Ultron, like the third act hinges on him being kind of like created and doing all that shit. But then he's what? He's in Civil War after, and
he's a bit mopey in that.
He's a bit mopey in that, and then he's in Infinity War.
Gets his ass kicked.
He gets his ass kicked, and he's a bit mopey, but he is shagging Elizabeth Olsen, so some things are going okay.
Yeah, he's fair enough.
But then, by the end, he's dead.
Yeah.
Very odd. It kind of feels like, did they have some sort of like creative reshuffle? Like Whedon wanted to do something with Vision, but then Ultron didn't do very well, and then he kind of left the MCU, and then it was like, oh shit, we still got this character we're not really interested in.
Yeah, the Russo brothers were like, nah.
Yeah.
I kind of, with the Russo brothers, I do kind of wish they'd shut the fuck up a little bit now.
Why?
Because they just keep on, oh yeah, what we meant in the film was this and this. It's like, just shut up a minute. Just stop trying to retrofit things into your last movie.
If it don't come across in the movie, then...
Yeah, then either you've failed to do that,
or you never meant to
do it in the first place. Just stop a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed the rewatch of Age of Ultron. What else have we caught next?
Easy A? Easy A.
Oh, yes, yeah. We watched Easy A, didn't we?
Everyone's favourite's in that, isn't he?
Yeah, everyone's favourite Can Be Done Yet is in this, yes.
Yeah. I need to rewatch Easy A.
What do you think I said?
I don't know, I couldn't work out what you said.
Yeah, Easy A, which you were surprised when I suggested because you think I hate Emma Stone for some reason.
You do hate Emma Stone.
Why do you hate Emma Stone so much?
I have no idea why she hates Emma Stone. She claims she doesn't, but anytime you mention Emma Stone, she goes, ugh.
No, I don't.
Do a little bit.
No, she's really good in this. She's really, really good in this. Yeah, it's a really funny film.
Yeah, it
Amanda
is.
Bynes is great as well as the Jesus Freak.
Yeah, she would have been great had she not gone full fucking blown nut job.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She's all right again now, though, isn't she?
Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
the love interest in Easy A?
Easy A's love
Penn
interest
Badgley.
is Penn Badgley, who
Right,
also
that's why I don't remember, because it's Penn Badgley.
who's also very good in it.
Yeah, he's good in it. He's not a bad actor.
I don't mind Penn Badgley actually.
He can be a bit forgettable when he wants to be there.
I think he kind of likes that though a little bit.
Yeah.
He very much likes to sort of go, you know what, I'm just going to do bits that I kind of want to do because I made a shitload of money.
Yeah.
He invested in some kind of water company, didn't he, and made like
Did
a
he?
fuck ton of money.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's something like that.
TV thing that he did for Netflix is supposed to be really good. That You.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good, yeah. Yeah, and of course got Patricia Clarkson in it.
It does.
Yeah, which is always great.
Oh, fucking Stanley Tucci's in it as well, isn't he?
Stanley Tucci is in it as well.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I also did watch something that you didn't, Bex. I should talk about that while you let your own go.
Yeah, go for it.
Which also has Patricia Clarkson in it, because it's also directed by the same guy who directed Easy A. I rewatched Friends with Benefits.
Oh, okay.
Which is it's too long. It's way too long.
Isn't it like 2 hours?
No, it's only 109 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But it's a long 109 minutes, I'll say. But yeah, I still have fun with it. It's Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis have great chemistry together, and Patricia Clarkson, Rich Jenkins, and Woody Harrelson all turn up and give great supporting performances. It's not as good as Will Gluck's other movies. So I think his first one was Fired Up, which I think is a really fucking great movie. And then Easy A, and then, you know, he's not exactly done great since then.
Peter Rabbit.
He did the Annie, you know, the we can't say it, but it's a certain type of Annie movie. And then Peter Rabbit, and he's doing Peter Rabbit 2.
Sexy kind of Annie movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I actually kind of want to watch that though, to be honest. It's
The last thing
really
Cameron
good cast.
Diaz did, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like Bonnie Cannavale's in there, Jamie Foxx, Rose Byrne. You know, that's a really good cast. I'm gonna give that a fuck it. I'm gonna give it a go. It's supposed to be shite, but I'm gonna give it a go.
Just make sure you don't give Peter Rabbit a go.
I will not give Peter Rabbit a go at
Good
all.
stuff.
Which literally looks like it's Han, is it, that he plays in Star Wars? Looks like where he went to retire.
What?
You know, like Donald Gleason, his character in Star Wars. Hello.
Oh, Donald Gleason. Yeah. All right.
His character in Star Wars. Peter Rabbit looks like it's the maddest Star Wars
Donald
spin-off.
Glover in my head, and it was like Donald Glover wasn't in Peter Rabbit. What's he chatting about?
No.
But yeah, Donald Gleason. Yeah. Mr. fucking, like, the one that Oscar Isaac's having the phone conversation with in Last Jedi, which
Still bothers you.
still bothers.
You're not allowed to talk about that. So yeah, Friends with Benefits. I had fun enough time with it, but it does kind of outstay its welcome a little bit.
I don't know how someone can be on hold in an X-wing. Sorry.
So that was that. That's what I've watched this week. So we'll get on.
I watched Maniac.
I watched. What you said you want to watch that? So go on.
You sent me away.
Send you away.
The Elijah Wood one, or the series? Oh, the Elijah Wood one.
The Elijah Wood one, yeah.
Oh wow, what do you make of that?
I wanted to rewatch because we watched it when it first sort of came out, didn't we? But I've kind of been wanting to rewatch it again for a while because I remember it being really good. It's quite brutal. It's more brutal than I remember it being.
You don't want to watch the original then?
Well, no, I do actually. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's a really good story. It's as good as I remember it being.
Cool.
But it is more brutal than I remember it being.
It's a fucking creepy movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's It's very good. It's one of the few ones that really. I think that there's an argument to say it's better than the original.
Yeah. I think I have, because I've seen the original years ago. But yeah, it's quite sad because you kind of, obviously he's got what he's doing behind the scenes going on, but he's also got this relationship with this photographer that he's building, and you kind of think, oh well, that might sort of stop him doing it, but he doesn't.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. What I do remember about it is it gets in and gets its shit done.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been that little phase where Elijah Wood was making some really fucking interesting stuff.
Well, his company made a fucking PSVR horror game that I should try at some point. Actually, it's playable outside of VR as well. Transference.
Yeah, right.
Bex, that might be one for you.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't have to have PSVR, but it's his company, Spectravision, made it. I think he might be in it, but it only takes a few hours to get through apparently, and I would do it in VR, but I'm scared. So
fair enough.
You played any more Resident Evil?
Nope.
Oh.
Holy shit! He's gonna be in the new Richard Stanley movie.
Oh, great.
Yeah, the new Richard Stanley movie, which is called Color Out of Space. Which has got Nick Cage in it.
Okay, my interest is ever so slightly increased.
Yeah, which is like it's the first movie he's been made. He's directed since down Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, probably.
Fucking hell, that could be quite interesting. That's out later on this year.
Where have you found that? I can't find that. Oh, LA Rush. No.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds quite interesting actually.
Mark, have you played Doom yet?
A little bit, but not enough.
Okay.
I'm wanting to get it where I can have a good couple of nights on it.
Okay.
So I will get to it. Okay. What's the video game called? Transference.
Yeah.
Apparently he is in it. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting.
But yeah, Spectravision actually made the Colour of Space as well.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. How much is Transference?
Not sure.
Okay. I thought you might have been on the PlayStation Store page or something.
What is it? I was on the Sony. He's Wikipedia. So, moving on. Yeah. Anything else you need to surprise me that you watched?
No.
Nope. Cool.
Cool.
Even if I wanted to, I can't help you, Jardani. The high table wants your life. How can you fight the wind? How can you smash the mountains? How can you bury the ocean? How can you escape from the light? Of course, you can go to the dark, but they're in the dark too. So tell me, Jardani, what do you really want?
John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. So, recap. Previously on John Wick of Anarchy.
In the John Wick universe.
Yeah, in the JWU. Yeah, that's right.
Oh god, I wish that was a thing.
So who is it? It's directed by
Chad Stahelski.
It stars Keanu Reeves. Hal Berry's turned up. Lawrence Fishburne, not Fishbone.
Not Fishbone.
He's there.
That's weird.
Asia Kate Dillon's there. Lance Reddick's back. Angelica Houston's arrived. Ian McShane is back. The guy from the Raid movies is there.
Jason Mantzoukas is the Tick Tock man.
Jason Mantzoukas as the Tick Tock man, who, let's say, I think is more for 4 than for 3. We're all spoilers all the time.
I hope so.
He is apparently. And Mark Dacascos, who I only just realised when I read that, I went, Mark Dacascos, who was, oh shit, it was.
Yep.
Yep.
Which one's he?
Mark Dacascos, he played Zero, the assassin in it.
Oh.
Yeah. Becky, do you remember when we watched that movie with the Brazilian fight dancing in it?
Yes.
That's Mark Dacascos.
What was that called?
I can't remember now.
It's good, that.
Only the Brave, something like that, I think it's called. Yeah. Well, we watched that again.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So, yes, you can find it from Mark Dacascos' thing. So what's happened? John Wick has killed the... only the strong, that's it. Has killed the wrong one in the second one, but he killed him on consecrated ground. So he is now excommunicado, and there is a $14 million bounty on his head. He has an hour to get away, and that is literally where we pick it up in this movie. I like the fact that it literally starts, bang.
I said to Paul on the way to the cinema, it better fucking start with a shot of him running.
And it absolutely does. So, Ian, you had a fucking blast with this movie, didn't you?
So, yeah, basically, it was a workmate's birthday, Bart, if he ever listens to this, but who actually put up on Instagram about an hour ago. He's hungover because it's been his birthday weekend. And what film has he decided to watch? Black Klansman.
Ooh.
That's an interesting choice for a hangover. Anyway, literally left work at 4:30. I drank, don't judge me, anyone, I drank 3 pints of punk, 3 bottles of Goose IPA, and then brought 4 cans of punk into the cinema with me. So I finished work at 4:30. I was in the pub about 4:45, and then 3 hours later went to the cinema. So I think Paul picked the seats, and I think he did it on purpose. We were right at the edge of the row. When the BBFC card came up, I went, woo, and clapped. I stood up and clapped 4 times during the course of the film. I cannot remember the amount of times I just kind of like lightly punched Paul in the arm and said, he's going to kill so many people. And this was the best cinema experience I have had in I don't know how long, like in cinema experience. So this is the viewpoint of someone who was fucking hammered during this film. But I had the best time. The action in it is mental. The fucking sound design of the guns.
The sound design of the blows when people are getting hit is... They really want you to know somebody's getting hit. And guys, we are all spoilers all the time, as always. But when he's beating the living shit out of that big guy with the book, that sounds like it hurts so much.
I love that he just then goes and puts the book back as well.
Yeah.
Just that death with the book is amazing. I mean, shit, man, you see an eyeball get punctured in like the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that bit's great.
There was so many people in our screening just going, oh.
Yeah, that's my audience. And the thing is, that's why I kind of felt okay. I probably would have done it anyway, but I felt okay with standing and applauding the amount of times I did because my audience was into it.
Yeah, that's it. Like we were saying for non-patrons, we were saying, Rebecca saying, ignoring the bad points about our audience, which weren't that bad.
It was just a weird vibe.
It was a weird vibe, but the ones who were enjoying it were very much enjoying it, which is kind of cool and added to it.
No, I mean, I was exclaiming, "Oh shit!" I was just going, "Oh!" like all the way through it. Like the attack dog scene, the Halle Berry sequence, just wow. The motorcycles, amazing. I mean, and yes, it does slow down because a common comment, a complaint I've heard is that it slows down and it gets a bit. but it's expanding the world, and like you've got to be into the world, I think, to get out of it what I did. You've got to be really into the world, but I'm fine with it slowing down so that we can hear about John's backstory with Sophia. We can learn more about the rules of the high table. And
I'm fine with those bits. Slow it down. The world building of this is ridiculously good. And I commented to Bex earlier and said a brilliant thing that these movies haven't done, and I pray they don't do it in future movies, is it never explains itself. There's never a character who goes. It never deals with characters who aren't involved in the world. So you've never got somebody who goes, but wait a minute, how does this all exist around us? And there's never that question asked. Yeah. Every character that it deals with is involved in the world in some way.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I mean, like, you've got the moment in John Wick Chapter 2 where him and Common are walking along and taking, like, pot shots at each other, just, like, in a crowded train station. And it occurred to me there that it's like the police aren't around and whatnot because there's never any collateral damage. No bystanders ever get hurt by John Wick, or even the bad guys around him. Like, it just, like, there's some sort of weird complicit honor code that this stuff will not affect the real world.
Yeah. That's why it exists, is because it never comes at a sight.
No, I mean, it never bleeds through. And I mean, like, the Continental, obviously the only people staying there are like assassins and whatnot. And it's film of the fucking year for me so far, in all honesty. I mean, shit, man, it's one of the best fucking action films I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Absolutely. It takes action to that opening 20 minutes takes action to just a different fucking level.
It's staggering. And I mean, the attack dog sequence as well. Like, the fact that they choreographed all that with fucking dogs. Just bravo. I mean, the ending as well was great. I mean, like, the fight with Mark Dacascos is brilliant. The fight with his henchmen as well. It's fucking brutal. Yes.
That scene there is my only very small complaint about the film, is that goes on that little bit too long.
Yeah, I was just in. That's the thing.
And I don't think it was as well choreographed as the earlier fights. Given the people they had, because that guy, I can never remember his name, but the guy out of the raid is great. Keanu Reeves is great with a choreographed fight scene, and I just don't think they used them as well as they could in that scene. It was all just the same stuff happened over and over again. But it is a very small complaint.
I know. I mean, and totally. I think that's fair. I think I was just so in the fucking tank for the film by that point that to be honest, after that book thing, I think I would have forgiven it anything. But and I know I've said it a few times, but that fucking attack dog scene, like that one bit where that dog fucking runs up and just fucking leaps up that wall.
Yeah.
It just
the thing is that shit. It's not CG. The dog actually does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these films. Sorry, and I will stop in a second. But these films. Like, the fact that so much of this is in camera is insane. Like, there's a bit in John Wick Chapter 2, and I was watching the commentary for that the other day, where early on, when he's in that warehouse and he's driving the car, he drives the car and then, like, kind of, like, turns it into, sideswipes that guy into that fucking girder.
Yeah.
And that was an actual fucking stunt, man.
It's mental.
What the fuck? Like, I just... So, yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure there's CG assists, but shit, man, it crunches this film. I mean, these films do, but this film, and just how many fucking headshots are there in this bloody film? Like, he has to make sure they're dead by fucking shooting them in the head twice every time, I swear to God.
In the bit in the Continental, he has to, because that's the only place he can shoot them properly is in the back of the neck. It's the only place that isn't covered with, what is it?
Yeah.
And so he has to double shot them every time. It's that sequence there, and I'll come to you in a second, but is the closest I think anybody has got to the way you play a computer game.
Yeah, there's a few points to it that I was thinking.
Where you know, in a computer game, you're going, how come I have to shoot this guy 5 times before he fucking dies?
Yeah.
Well, this movie gets that. I also, and like I said, after this, I will come to you next. The bit where he comes in and says, Winston, I need more firepower, and then Lance Reddick just walks in and he gives him a look saying, as if, how the fuck are you still here?
Yeah.
It's great. Bex, what do you think?
More of the same, really. It is fantastic. Like I say, I do have that one small complaint about that particular fight sequence, but it is a very minor complaint. One bit that I really enjoyed that Ian didn't mention was he's mentioned the attack dogs. I quite enjoyed him using the horses as attack horses.
Oh
just,
God, yeah, sorry.
So they double kicked someone.
Yeah.
Oh, the double kick. Oh God.
I like it fucking hurt.
It did, but like you say, the sound in it, every hit sounds crunchy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really enjoyed the bit with the horses, and when he's like galloping down the street fighting the men on the motorbike.
I was literally about to grab you. If we'd been at home watching it, I would have been shaking a leg going, he's on a fucking horse! He's on a horse!
I think I was probably doing that with Paul, to be fair. Like, bless him, that man had to put up with some shit on Friday night.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that bit. The bit with the dogs, great. The John Flynn being in it's a weird one.
It's so
fucking love that scene.
Yeah, when he came on, like, is that Jerome Flynn? Now, I'm aware he's a throner, isn't he?
He is, but I was thinking this in the cinema. Like, people of our age will be looking at it and going, it's Robson and Jerome, it's Jerome Flynn.
Yeah.
But, like, most normal people will be like, oh, it's dude out of Game of Thrones.
Didius McDaniel back or something like that, probably.
Or Brom.
Brom.
Yeah. But yeah, so that made me feel a bit old, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, for me a little bit. Do you reckon what's it? Robson Green's just watching these going, I've got a fishing show on Channel 5.
Yeah, maybe. To be fair though, Jerome Flynn did nothing for ages, did he?
No, he by his own admission, literally just went, do you know what? I made a shitload of money off those records.
Yeah. God, shit.
They were terrible.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. What else? Oh, one observation I had that I said to you earlier. There is an awful lot of crotch action that goes on in this movie.
There is a lot of crotch damage, yeah. Yeah, there is.
But it's an effective way, though.
That is literally what I said to Becky.
But there was a lot.
What?
There was a lot.
Yeah, there is. It's an effect. The attack dogs are told to go for the crotch.
Yeah. It wasn't just the dogs, though, was it?
No, there was a lot of kicks to the nuts, yeah.
Kicking and hitting and...
If I was ever in a fight with a guy, though, I would totally be fucking going for the crotch, though. Like, I mean, just because it's the effective way, and I mean, I can get my kicks at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone situation. But you know, it would be that. So that just makes complete sense.
Ian, you saying that reminds me that we did actually miss a film out of our what have we been watching? So we'll do it after this.
Oh my.
Yeah, I get that it's an effective. But I can't think what film crotch.
You have to wait and see, won't you?
It got to the point where it felt like a little bit of a fixation.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Halle Berry was great in it. Keanu Reeves is just fucking magnificent.
Yeah.
He's just. I like you said earlier, I am at the point where anything that he's in, I'll just watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad that the world. Somebody put out. I saw a tweet. Somebody saying, "Isn't it great that we can all appreciate Keanu Reeves without it being ironic anymore?" And it's like I've never had an ironic appreciation for Keanu Reeves.
Some people fucking have,
and some people have, and it's kind of like, sorry, did you not watch Point Break in 1991? It's an absolute fucking masterpiece of the genre.
Yeah.
I'm ever so sorry, but I need a wee again. Sorry, the beers are fucking flowing through me tonight. I'm so sorry. I'll be back.
So I've always had a great appreciation for Keanu. You know, like, he did Point Break. You know, even ignoring the comedy stuff with Bill and Ted and things like that. Point Break, and then he moved on from Point Break and did Speed. Another great, properly. That's a seminal mid-90s.
Well, if we're talking genre industry defining movies, the Matrix trilogy.
Yeah, and then goes on to do the Matrix movies.
I mean, they might have aged badly now, but
still, I mean,
he's still finding it. It's just
they got caught up in their own hubris.
Yeah, I still think the first one's still a really good film. It's just the sequels are not.
I think I need to rewatch them, but I don't want to. So there's that. But yeah, John Wick. The action in it is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, to the point of where I love the fact that, and I said this about the first film, and I've said it about all of them. It wants you to see what's going on.
That's it.
It's not using fast cuts. It's not trying to get you involved in the action, like you're part of that fight. And it's like, no, I'm just a little bit disorientated and going. And this would be great if I could see what the fuck was going on.
It is the fights, and one that sort of sticks out for me is that one in the like museum fight.
Yeah.
It's so fucking well choreographed and shot.
It's
absolutely fantastic.
During that sequence there, when in the
grabbing the knives out of the cases.
The museum, yeah, I was thinking this is. You can have certain types of filmmaking and certain types of films where you just go, this is just high class filmmaking.
Yeah.
And often they are they're more prestige movies. Where I think that, and it would never happen, but for that sequence alone, there should be a stunt choreography category in the Academy Awards.
Yeah. Without
question. The stuntmen and stunt choreographers are quite possibly the most underappreciated workers in cinema. When you consider literally every single fucking movie requires stunt performance at some point.
Yeah.
But also as well, and watch it going, the level of filmmaking here, if this continues going through, this is up there with anything that has ever been done in terms of every note is being hit. This is people working at an absolute 100%. Yeah. And you don't often get that. And the thing is, there's no dialogue. It is just choreography, but it is rich. It's beautifully choreographed, and it is unbelievably violent. And then it's also got a little bit more jest to it than some of the other ones have had.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the script's got more puns and stuff in it. It's funnier.
Fishburne is having a fucking great time. Him saying, "You come to take on the king. I'm not the king. I am the throne." And then later on, having sat on an actual fucking throne, sipping a Fanta, is just brilliant. And then you're going, hang on a minute. Is it going to be? Is number 4 really going to be John Wick, Lawrence Fishburne, Tick Tock Man, probably Hal Berry, taking on
the high table? I hope so.
I mean,
fuck yeah.
I'll be honest. I kind of want the next one to be the last one.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that, and I could see them maybe doing 2 more, splitting the last one into 2 movies.
I think that would be a mistake.
I think it'd be a mistake. I think you could do. The thing is, this was 2 and a bit hours, and but you feel like you're watching a long movie, but at no point do you feel like the movie's too long.
It's just like, because I mean, I'm assuming that McShane didn't mean to kill him.
I don't think he meant to kill him. I think he knew what he was doing. I don't think John Wick was in on it, but he knew that he probably wouldn't kill him.
Yeah. I think it's that, and if we just do one last blowout against the high table, then, because I mean, Reeves has said himself that he's not getting any younger, and this stuff does it is starting to wear. And I mean, like, if he's 55, 56 when he's filming the next one, I mean, yes, Tom Cruise is doing the Mission Impossible films, so I suppose there is that, but just the sheer level of, I mean, like, Tom Cruise does these things, but it's like, it's big stunts, but it's not necessarily the sustained, like, having to do, like, the choreography and, like, the fight choreography that Reeves has to do here. And it's not
Cruise isn't getting his ass kicked as much.
No, that's it. I mean, like, there are, obviously there's the bathroom fight scene in Fallout, but that's like the one. Feel free to correct me on this, but the way I remember it with Fallout is that is the one scene where he's doing really intense fighting.
Yeah, there's a little bit towards the end, but it's nowhere near the level of essentially hand to hand is the best way I could use to describe it of his characters like John Wick. They're two very different characters, and you can see that. And Reeves clearly keeps himself well versed with his martial arts and things like that. But I don't think Reeves gets up every day at 5 a.m. to work out and has a gym following around all of his movie sets and things like that. Whereas for Cruise, he's always been that guy, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Reeves is the, okay, I'm gonna have to spend a year at a time being on it, like really, really on it. But then after that, I get to have a bit of a break. Cruise does seem like he's just constantly fucking doing this shit.
Yeah, he literally has, like, people like The Rock and people like that. He literally has a gym that travels around with him, and he is 5 a.m. bang up, blah blah blah, and he's kind of always done that throughout his life, basically. And yeah, but the choreography is just absolutely magnificent. Mark Dacascos seems like he's having a real blast in it, and that it's cool. You know, like I said, I didn't even realise it's Mark Dacascos, which is weird because I watched a lot of his movies in the 90s. But then it's nice that then going for people who have the skills to do these things rather than getting people who they can train to do these things. Names.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, like, who would cast Mark Dacascos as essentially the lead villain in John Wick 3 unless it was someone who knew he needs to be able to pull this shit off?
Yeah. And he very much can. I think Halle Berry's fantastic in it. She carries that character really well. And what I do like about it is it gives what the film does. It is for that scene. The opening of that, it stops being a John Wick film, a bit about him, and it very much gives her the prominence. Floor. Yeah, like the floor. Yeah, exactly. Gives her the floor and says, right, there you go. You're not helping John Wick do this. You're a very much fucking part of this. The world building is incredible. It feels magnificent, and the bureaucracy of it. Yeah. It's fantastic. Down to there's so much detail into it. Down to the fact that when Asia Kate Dillon character, who is just called the Adjudicator, when she's dialing the rotary telephone to call Winston, she's using a pen.
Yeah.
To mark down the fact that she literally is just a bureaucrat for it. And there's a B on the phone. On the dial for the middle of the phone, there's a big fucking B. It's pointed. It really is. And it's little stuff like that is fantastic. And like Bex was saying, you know, it was great to see Angelica Houston in something, even though she is being problematic at the moment, to say the least.
She is. I wish she wasn't, because I've always liked her, but...
Yeah, she's a dickhead. She's gone full Sarandon. But yeah, absolutely. in a weird way, I'm kind of glad that oh shit, what's it called? Under the Silver Lake. That is the right title, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that this is now my film of the year, because so far Under the Silver Lake was probably my film of the year so far. And although I really like that movie, I did feel a little bit like, is that really my film of the year so far? That feels very odd and feels like it really shouldn't be.
God, fuck it, yeah, thinking about it, what the hell have I scored 5 stars this year?
That's it. We are only in May, so there is that. But yeah, that was, as it stood, was kind of by default more than anything else. But the design was my film of the year so far.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. It's another level of filmmaking in terms of for action.
Absolutely.
I'm very much looking for number 4. I agree with you, Ian, actually, that it would be nice if that was the last and he could just ride off at the sunset with his dog.
Yeah.
Try out.
That was cool. It's like you knew when he got the taxi cab, and it was an old style New York taxi rather than a new
Uber
New York taxi. It was actually an old style taxi as well. Car.
Okay.
You knew by the world that it is that was going to be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking through my 5-star films this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely fantastic. If you're into the world, you'll love it. That's what I'll say. But yeah, it's also manages to successfully build up to a sequel without ever feeling like that's what it's doing throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Coming out of it, you're like, oh yeah, that'll feed in and that'll feed in. But while you're actually watching the film, it doesn't feel like it's just setting up another one.
Mm. But also Jason Mantzoukas with the umbrella, when she gives him the umbrella, and he like sort of looks at it as like, oh, I follow you now, do I? And he's kind of in the background, just kind of looking at Lawrence Fishburne with this face of, am I supposed to be doing this? Yeah. And keeps like gesturing to him. But yeah, he's already kind of hinted that he's a more important character going forward.
Yeah. Do you know what I did find quite mental?
What?
Given what we watched sort of last week.
What?
The ballet dancing in this movie, for the very, very short period that it's on screen, is so much better than the dancing in Suspiria.
It's a better dance movie than Suspiria. Yeah, it is. Because they're actual dancers here who can dance.
Yeah.
As well, it's such a rich film as well. It's classy as fuck, but it is essentially a martial arts action trash movie, but it's classy as fuck.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, yeah. Absolutely, definitely not shit.
Yeah, definitely not shit. Might even be Fallout.
Wow. But you have a slight problem with it. You can't follow it.
I'm fucking doing it.
He's following.
It's a minimal criticism.
Slow criticism.
Fallout, motherfuckers.
There you go, Ian. Very good. Ian's used his Fallout, one of his Fallouts for this year. Are you going to use one of your Fallout specs for this year?
I think I am.
Very good. I'm not going to use one of my Fallouts this year yet. I'm not. I'm keeping them in my back pocket for some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The stuff that I will get filled. I'm an idiot, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Some shit rom-com with Katherine Heigl will probably get it from you.
Yeah.
Probably,
or
yeah.
Pauly Shaw's comeback movie. Is he still alive?
Pauly Shaw is still alive. He does stand-up. I'm waiting for him to come to the UK.
I'm not going.
I will.
All right.
Me. Just me.
Just you.
To all the dates. Yeah. Yeah. I'll chronicle it. Yeah, definitely not shit, 75%. Touching cloth, 13%. And shit, 13%.
Right, fuck off.
So yeah, the dick punching that reminded me of a movie we watched.
Yeah.
We rewatched 21 Jump Street.
Oh, we did.
Yes. Which actually has a scene where he says, "I will beat your dick off right here and right now. I'll beat your dick off with both hands." That's what reminded me.
It's pretty good.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. 21 Jump Street is fucking great.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You know, And it's not just I remember it being fucking great. It legitimately is fucking great.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to watching 22 Jump Street at some point very soon again as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see why Lord and Miller kind of weirdly got given the keys to the fucking city after this movie, and then made Lego Movie, and not a lot really since. They pissed off Disney.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah, Ice Cube's fantastic. Brie Larson's very good. Rob Riggle is turned up to the right level of Riggle.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, which is fantastic. But it's Channing Tatum stealing every fucking scene he's in.
They're both really good in it, to be perfectly honest.
Channing Tatum's fantastic. Fuck you, science.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I literally say quite a lot.
Fuck you, science.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't believe I forgot we'd watched that.
Yeah, fantastic.
I watched 22 tonight, it's on Prime.
It is on Prime, yeah. 21 is on Netflix and 22 is on Prime.
Oh, that's confusing.
Yes, way to go for fucking consistency. Keanu Reeves has cameoed in 2 TV series in the since the last TV thing he did was the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures TV series in 1990, which I remember watching. He didn't do any more TV until 2009, where he starred in an episode of Easy to Assemble, which is a comedy web series by Elena Douglas. Right? And then he also cameoed in, was in 13 episodes of a web series called Swedish Dicks, where he played a character called Tex, which was created by Peter Stormare.
Yeah, him and Peter Stormare are mates.
Yeah.
Which must be amazing. Can you imagine being mates with Keanu Reeves and Peter Stormare?
Yeah. Some of the people in this, Tracy Lords is in that.
What, Swedish Dicks?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I am going to watch that.
That's on Prime as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Like, actually on Prime? Swedish Dicks?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm watching that. I'm gonna watch the shit out of that. How many series is there? There's a lot of series. 2 or 2. There's a lot of series. There's 2. Sorry about that. That's my brief little tangent there. Questions. Let me find them. So, we asked you a question, guys, which was, our question for you guys this week is, what's your favourite movie set? Rick Kidd, at Rick J. Kidd. Neither particularly great films, but the volcano base for You Only Live Twice and the submarine pens.
Submarine penis. Fucking idiot.
Oh, God.
I think I heard that idiot, yeah.
Yeah, you did earn that one, babe.
So, whoops. The submarine pens inside the oil tanker from The Spy Who Loved Me are great sets. John McGrath and the Nostromo, that's a fucking good shout, actually, that. Mars Watts film. I have many, but I always come back to the Catalina in Mos Eisley, where I'd quite like to hang, so I hope it's featured in The Mandalorian.
Cantina, is it? Yeah.
What did you say?
Cantilena,
yeah. I've tears in my eyes from my own idiocy a little bit, so I'm finding it hard to see.
Because then it's perpetuating your idiocy by calling things...
I don't give a shit about Star Wars. Noel says Gotham City in Batman 89. It will be entirely CG now, of course.
Fucking great shout.
An ambition that film had at a time. And comic book movies weren't necessarily seen as viable. Happy 30th birthday. That is a fucking great shout, actually.
Yeah, it is,
yeah. Jordan commented on that and says it harkens back to Fritz Lang's Metropolis, just gorgeous, which is actually, yeah, that's a very good shout, actually, that. And Bradley Potter, says Synecdoche, New York.
Yeah, that is a good shout.
Yeah, it's actually a good shout, that. What are your favourite sets, guys?
The town in First Blood's a set, isn't it?
Yes.
That's a good one.
It is a good set, actually. Are you not going for anything from Blade Runner? Surprise me.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd switch it up a bit, but yeah, it would be Blade Runner.
Because I was going to totally go for Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Do you know what mine is?
Well,
Mine is Marlon Brando's Island in Apocalypse Now.
Oh, fair enough.
When they're approaching that and there's just all the fucking skulls and shit all over the fucking place. That's fucking madness. Literally, and it is literally supposed to be a visual representation of madness. And what you have is, it looks fucking mental. But even the sets before that, even there's a great where they have to stop off and they have to hop off the boat so the boat can get round something and they have to go across the land. And you've got that set with the fucking helicopters like half hanging off something, and they're walking around, and you've got Willard actually grabs somebody and says, "Who's in charge here?" And the guy responds, "I thought it was you." And Willard continues walking. Again, that's a fucking fantastic. It's just Apocalypse Now.
We should
really
watch that.
Yeah,
Tonight.
which version? Not tonight. I have trouble with watching. I have trouble with rewatching Apocalypse Now.
Why?
Because it's my favourite movie.
Yeah.
It's coming out in 4K in the summer.
It is. And so's First Blood, and so's something else.
First Blood's already out, bud.
Yeah, there's something else that I thought that might tip it over, and it's a right random one. I can't remember what it was. It was something
Hancock.
It was not Hancock, no. Yeah, other great movie sets, trying to think. The Nostromo's a really good shout, actually. The prison in Alien 3.
Yeah.
A really lush fucking set. Any more? Are we done?
No, I'm feeling good about that. Some good answers.
You did it right.
There was one shit answer, but I'm not going to say which one.
Which one?
No, I'm joking. I'm being an asshole. Sorry.
Question. Rick Kidd at Rick J Kidd. After Hal Berry and her her canine hit team and the induction of Horsefoo in John Wick 3, what animals do you want to see used as weapons in John Wick 4? I love Horsefoo, by the way.
Horsefoo, yeah.
Ferrets.
What?
Which one of us?
I said opossums.
And I said ferrets.
Ferrets. They're fucking terrifying creatures. That's fucking
Yeah,
scary.
man. They'll fuck shit up and they will
Ferrets.
never stop.
Ferrets keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically domesticized minks that just shag everything.
They just would not stop until there's nothing left.
Yeah. Well, that's scary, actually, that.
I'm going with opossums because they really scare me.
Koalas.
Koalas?
Yeah, they're lethal fucks, those are.
Yours will be lazy, mine will be playing possum, pretending to be asleep. Ian's will just be gnawing through people's faces.
That's where it comes
from. Oh my god.
What?
How have you even got to adulthood?
Well, there's a fucking insult.
It's got a bit dark, this.
What else we got? I think we had some from last week that we couldn't get to because Ian needed to urinate.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right.
Let me just have a check. Are you movie mad? You walk down an alleyway, see a silhouette. What do you hope it is? Who do you fear it is? I feel like we answered that, didn't we? No, I'm guessing not.
No.
Right.
I hope it's my wife. I fear it's the Grim Reaper.
I'd be fine with Grim Reaper. I'd be like,
Can I say
You're
I
real,
both
then.
hope and fear it's you?
thanks, Bex.
It's alright. But why would you be stood in an alleyway in the shadows? That's why I'd be scared it was you. Clearly you'd done something shifty.
Probably trying to whiz or something.
That's Ian.
What do I hope it is? I don't know, most things. What I fear it is a giant cockroach. Fucking terrifying.
You are
that.
terrified of cockroaches.
That's fair, though.
Absolutely fucking terrible. Even if it was a normal cockroach, I'd still be fucking terrified of it. They're horrible. They can't die, you know.
They can't.
That's why there's so many of them.
They can die.
They can't.
They can.
I couldn't kill that one on holiday.
Eh? You did kill it. You chopped its head off.
And it still fucking ran at me.
It died eventually.
I don't think it did.
You think it's still running around in Gran Canaria?
Pissed off. Yeah.
Just waiting to go on a plane to come and find you.
Oh, don't tell me they can do that. They can't fly.
No, Mark. No, they can't. They can't get on planes. They don't have little passports.
That's fucking terrifying. Can you imagine if we won't be able to tell because he can't see his face because it's got no head unless it's sewed it back on.
You're a strange one.
It is a strange one.
Yeah, we're caught up with questions now.
Sorry, I thought you were Googling whether cockroaches can fly.
No, I wasn't.
Yachting.
No. What are we covering next week, guys?
We got Aladdin.
Yeah.
We got Rocket Man.
They're not the same week. That's mental.
That's fucking half term, mate.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oh, does that mean our kid will be here? Bloody hell.
Not this week coming, but the week after. So they're both out on Wednesday. I mean, I'll see both. Like whatever.
Yeah,
so
we'll
it's
see
kind of
both.
up to you guys, really.
Yeah, we'll see both probably. Rocket Man, you kind of like, I think I have to see.
I really want to see Rocket Man.
And I want to see it as well.
Aladdin,
Aladdin, I'm very intrigued by.
I mean, like, if I'm just talking about Aladdin by myself next week, it's not the end of the world. I think we'll get enough out of Rocket Man, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited for that.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything for anymore?
No?
No.
I
Cool.
think I'm good. But
Right. That was episode 302. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, Mark.
I actually lost that entire fucking 100 episodes.
You did.
Yeah. It was episode 302. We hope you enjoyed. Hit us up on Instagram, at BexFors, at DoFors, at Ian Loring.
It's not. Oh, it is. Isn't
It is, I think. It is still.
Yeah, at what point did you change your Twitter handle, Ian?
at some point in the past, and I changed it back.
Bring it back.
No,
I'm
you
not-
changed it to Twitter
Fucking
name. rather than
bitter
handle.
conqueror.
Oh, you're a bit of conqueror, right? Yeah. Of course, yeah.
That didn't last long. It was like whenever I replied to anyone and I saw I was replying as at bitter conqueror, it was like, I can't fucking do this.
Yes, so thank you very much for listening, guys. Thank you very much for joining me, Becky, and thank you very much for joining me, Ian. And we shall speak to you next week, guys.
Bye bye.
Everyone.